I remember a time when I really wanted Gwen Stefani to stop being on the radio. And it wasn't because the songs were bad, it's just because they were on all the time. They were annoying, like, because they were so repeated, because obviously they were very well wanted. Hollaback Girl was one of those songs. Though I don't hate it, it was like, oh, just stop playing it over and over again. I later realised that I had the power there and I could have just turned it off. Hard for people to do working in food service retail, understandably, but 2004 was that year for me. And Gwen, I mean, people say the same thing about Taylor Swift, like, oh my God, she went pop. It's like Gwen Stefani went from punk to pop. It's like punk is pop still. Anything that's popular is pop. Anything that people like is popular. She had a big turnaround. She did some really cool, really cool stuff from, what was that one that, Take a Chance, take a chance, you stupid hoe. Oh, that was all weird and wacky. No one had heard anything like that before. I thought that was super cool. Look at your watch now. But we're doing Hollaback Girl today. Hollaback Girl is a good time. That came out in 2004. I'm going to get the wiki up just because some people like to see that. So, Gwen Stefani, debut solo album, Love Angel Music Baby. Love Angel Music Baby. Now, what else do I know about that? What was that? Blood Sugar Sex Magic is another type of one like that. What was that Prince one? Dance Music Sex Romance. I think Justin Timberlake had one like that too. A hip-hop song that draws influence from 80s hip-hop and dance music was written by Gwen Stefani. Pharrell Williams, the man. Chad Hugo, with the latter two handling production as the Neptunes. The song was released on the 22nd of March 2005. Third single. As the third single, but it came out in 2004. Right, yeah, cool. There you go. Released 2005. Recorded. It's from the 2004. I don't know. You go look at that. That's Wikipedia's job, not mine. Let's jump over to the mix now. This one looks a bit interesting because everything's just grouped into stereo files. And I've gone to do this one a couple of times and decided against it. But I figured, it's a nice quick one. I can do this one and then get on the road and go visit some mates in the city. But basically what's happening here is we've got an additional vocal track, only 8 tracks, an additional vocal track, drum and bass, sax, guitars, lead vocals 1 and 2, backing vocals, and main backing vocals. Interested? Interesting. So definitely remix stems for sure. I heard the sax and the brass sections in this. It's called sax, but it's like brass band. And they're so clipped out, I was worried. I was like, I can't use this. But then I took a moment to have a listen to the original track and realised they are the same in that. So, I mean, Pharrell knows what he's doing. But additional vocals will move down there. This just loads it in alphabetically. I've had to move things around. And also a very loud session, this one too. So let's have a listen to the drum and bass really quickly. And here we go. Oh yeah, subscribe. Yeah, we know this. Oh! They would refer to that as an 808. They would refer to that as an 808 from the TR-808 drum machine by Roland. What's that? Oh, it's daytime. I never normally do these in daytime, so there's a light on me. That bounce is what I'm referring to as that 808 part. Cool. Now, I'm pretty sure these drums just kind of repeat. Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to tell where I was in the song. The start's only the only part there that is slightly different. I'll move these guitars up and we'll have a listen to the guitars next. Loop. See, look, listening to that makes me feel like that somebody has pulled this out and created this themselves. You ever get those? I hope it's not the case. If that's the case, I'll put it up anyway. I've got to have something to put up, huh? But listen, you can hear the drums in the background. As a part of the mix, so it does sound pretty clean, like for what it is. So who knows? Anyway, this sax part here was the part I was talking about that just sounded so clipped. You'll see what I mean. And I've also turned the volume down on everything because it was just freaking out. Let's listen to this. You hear that? So I think the speaker's got a rip in it, you know what I mean? Like it's clipping out so hard. But yeah, listen to this in the background. This is what makes me believe that somebody may have ripped this. There is software out there that anybody can grab and go and isolate parts of songs, like individual pieces, and they don't always turn out hot. You know what I mean? And this is the bleed that's typical of that style of DIY reverse engineering a multi-track session. Very sus. But let's find out, because we'll tell in the vocal take. I mean, we might as well go through this. You can't have Win all the time. It's not always perfect, pristine Madonna tracks. And also the you can hear that kind of like flanging or bit crushing-ish kind of noise in the background. Listen to the on the swells. The what am I trying to say? Whoosh, those. I wonder if they got sued for that piece. Hollaback Girl, ain't no Hollaback Girl. Track. Because I ain't no Hollaback Girl. This is my shit. This is my shit. Okay, real crispy and crunchy. Real crunchy. Now, I did say it was going to be a short one, so I'm not even going to go through a halfway point here. I'm just going to show you the lead vocals, 1 and 2. They've already been panned themselves. You can see in that stereo sort of situation there. Let's hear what this obviously isn't the verse, but let's hear it.
I heard that you were talking shit and you didn't think
I
that
might as well
I
put the other
would
one in
hear
too.
it. People hear you talking like that, getting everybody fired up. So I'm
This
ready
is the
to
verse, the
attack,
other
gonna
part's the
lead
chorus,
the
maybe.
pack, gonna get a touchdown, gonna take you out. That's right, put your pom-poms down, getting everybody fired up.
Yeah, that's much different to that kind of image that was kind of portrayed with her in No Doubt, where she was basically like punk Marilyn Monroe. You know what I mean, with the hair and all that kind of stuff. Let's hear it some more.
So that's right, dude, meet me at the bleachers. No principals, no student teachers. Both of us wanna be the winner, but there can only be one. So I'm gonna fight, gonna give it my all, gonna make you fall, gonna suck it to you. That's right, I'm the last one standing, another one bites the dust.
Oh, that's why they managed to get another one bites the dust in. Let's hear that.
Get to you, that's right, I'm the last one standing, another one bites the dust.
Yeah, so does that count as parody or what? But it's good. They managed to work that in there. Nice work, Gwen and Pharrell. Okay, now obviously, you know, we know what happens next. So we'll hear this additional vox. This happens right at the start, and we know what it's going to be.
This my shit. All the girls stomp your feet like this.
Surprising that's just on its own. Main backing vocals. Let's hear that together.
Track, so it's not this. Few times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. Cause ain't no hollaback girl, ain't no hollaback girl. A few times.
Still sounds super compressed and like distorted somehow. So again, I did listen to the original and it does sound like it's got a little bit of crunch on it, a little bit of pressure going on. But this is something. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure.
I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. Cause ain't no hollaback girl, ain't no hollaback girl. Ooh, this my shit, this my shit.
That makes me believe that these parts could have come from something. But I mean, if this is from something like one of the games, Rock Band, Guitar Hero, or something like that, then this is where this session could have come from.
Yeah. Ooh, this my shit, this my shit.
Let's check out that other backing vocal.
Ooh, this my shit, this my shit. Ooh, this my shit, this my shit.
Okay. This is my shit. Imagine presenting someone with your fecal matter and going, this my shit, this my shit.
Few times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. Cause ain't no hollaback girl, ain't no hollaback girl. A few times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. Cause ain't no hollaback girl, ain't no hollaback girl. Ooh. this my shit, this my shit. Ooh, this my shit, this my shit.
I really like that this song is very, very simplistic in its elements. What did I say it like that? Drum and bass. And the vocals.
This my shit. Ooh, this my shit, this my shit.
And then a little bit of... So right now there are two elements. It's vocals and drums, and we are playing essentially a copy of that song. It's that's nothing. There's and then singing over the top. That song was it shitted me how good it shitted me how massive this song was at the time. That's how massive the song was. It was so massive that it annoyed me as a 16-year-old going, stop playing this. Again, not that I don't like the song. I really enjoy the song, actually. I quote it on almost the daily. Add a guitar loop with a bit of synth in the background.
This my shit.
This my shit.
Ooh, this my shit. This my shit. Ooh, this my shit. This my shit. Heard that you were talking shit and you didn't think that I would hear it.
Just like so simple, such a great concept. Just a little bit of drums, a little bit of vocals, and then just talking shit. Like literally just talking shit about people talking shit and didn't think that they would hear it. She's been around that track, and it ain't gonna happen just like that. She's no Hollaback Girl. And the thing is, I don't know if I can do much with the lead vocals because like I normally would auto-tune them, but
people hear you talking like that, getting everybody fired up. So I'm ready to attack, gonna lead the pack, gonna get a touchdown, gonna take you out. That's right, put your pom-poms down, getting everybody fired up.
Now, I can't tell if there's like actually two on either side or if it's just one on either side and then they've panned and, applied effects or whatever, but that's still pretty good. I'm not disappointed by that. There's not really much more I can show you on here. This is a really basic and simple one. Probably why I've been avoiding it for so long, because it's only 8 tracks, and I normally like to do something with a little bit more depth than that. So, yeah, maybe give me 1 second. I might see if I can come back with something else that's a little bit. We'll fill this one out. We'll make this maybe a double. Just hold on. All right, I'm back, and I've got just the thing. It's Gnarls Barkley with Crazy. Remember that song? That was also huge. I was at that point where I knew that I could turn it off if I needed to, so it didn't get too annoying. Really, really great song. And I also think that this one is maybe perhaps one of those remix files for like Rock Band or something, because there's realistically only, it says there's 10 files, but that's only because they're stereo, so it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 tracks and a click, realistically. So let's go over and have a look at that. This one came out 2005-ish, same-ish time. Hang on, I've still got that up. I had to go and look too. So 2006 it came out, recorded 2005, produced by Danger Mouse. And this one apparently got leaked by DJ Zane Lowe, New Zealand's finest interviewer, if you ask me. I really like the interviews he puts on. He's great. I wish I had half the skill. And he's got some interesting stories for sure. So this is the track. This is definitely this is such a Pro Tools click. If I've come from Pro Tools, I know nothing about Logic, but that is, here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's a Pro Tools click if I've ever heard one in my life. Either way, check out this iconic loop that starts this song. Here we go. I remember when I lost my mind. Now I'm performing the song. I gotta be careful. About yourself. But these drums are very MPC style. Tapping those ones in with a lot of that nice vinyl grit over the top, which I really enjoy. This is Danger Mouse production stuff too. Really cool. Not quite like Jay Dilla groove with that really off-kilter, kind of messy, unquantized stuff. Very straight up and down. And we go through pretty much all the way until the end of the track, and then there's a little gap here. Wait, that's in Gwen's song. So we move over to the bass, which I believe is also very just straight up. Could be anyone's bass. You know what I mean? There's nothing really, no super character going into this. It's filling up this gorgeous spot that needs to be filled and really giving people something to rattle around in their car. Listen to this. Hear those two? Yeah. You got everything you need to make whatever you want. This is just great, really good, solid ingredients. These two stems that say stems ground and stems wind swell are interesting. Grind, maybe? It means grind? And this wind swell. You know what I mean? That's some weird stuff there. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. And it goes again later on. So I'm not sure how many people remember that from the original version or not, but then there's one called Stems Music, which is just like the rest of the track, and then the vocal. I did remove a few other things out of this because it was just super messy, but let's hear this. Okay, this is a really important part. This is what sets the vibe of this entire thing. If you hear this without the drums and bass, you could think that it is the soundtrack for a modern western. Howdy, partner. Showdown at sunrise. Wow, that's so thick and full. Oh, that is super westerny. So good. You know what I need? Some of this. Been. But good point. We should go and have a look at the original vocals to this track because they are. The voice is just so much power.
I remember when. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space.
Space echo.
And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy?
Yes.
Possibly. And I hope that you have it.
How good is this?
But think twice.
Just like Michael Jackson said.
That's my only advice.
Wow.
Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul.
That always, I love that always. This, he could get a laugh in there and make it musical. Listen to this.
Bless your soul.
Bless your soul.
You really think you're in control?
Such a gorgeous, like, well,
in control.
voice is beautiful.
Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me.
That's so good.
My heroes have the heart to lose their lives out on a limb.
Let's hear it in the studio.
And all I remember.
Okay, just keep on time with this one, will you?
Thinking, I want to be like them.
Yep. All right, we're bringing it in now.
Ever since I was little. Ever since
take that click out though.
Like fun.
Wow.
No,
what a gorgeous, gorgeous song.
And I can die when I'm done.
I'm taking this bit. Does that make me crazy? crazy? Does that make me crazy? Probably. So good. Man, what a banger. That's so sick. I'm very happy about that. Anyway, enough of me dicking around, singing on other people's stuff, making a mockery of it. But hey, if you're not having a good time, and if music doesn't make you want to join in, then the music probably isn't that great. Luckily, for Gnarls Barkley, the music is that great that it makes me want to make an ass of myself in front of you. Thank you all very much for checking out this double header of very short sessions. One, Gwen Stefani, Hollaback Girl, and one, Gnarls Barkley. Crazy. Thank you all. Enjoy subscribing to the channel and enjoy liking all the videos and enjoy being very nice to me in the comments, because a lot of you are doing that and I really appreciate that. And, you know, negativity is not really a good thing, and I'm really happy to not have seen any of it. So thank you very much for being very, very, very lovely to me. Don't deserve you. Thank you so much. Have a glass of water. Spend some time with your mates, and don't forget to GFY.